Hello everyone, welcome back to the Digital Eccentric channel. I apologise for the previous technical difficulties and being out of action for about a week or so, so I've kind of forgotten some of the technical hurdles that you sometimes have to jump with Twitch and streaming and everything, but I've also turned the settings down on Space Engineers just because I think that was causing the stream to lag a bit, so the textures will be a bit plainer, but hopefully the stream in general will be smoother. So yes, going to start a new streaming / video series called, Survivor Series. Keep it simple, but now that the survival update has come to Space Engineers, it means that you can have more meaningful gameplay over just, creating stuff in the sort of unlimited creation engine. So the survival update in a nutshell, basically you now have to mine resources, refine those resources, and then use the different components to build what you want, instead of just, having the components already built and just sort of going nuts like, I suppose, like Minecraft in the early days. So now everything's a little bit more tougher. You also have things like energy to be aware of. If you run out of energy, then you're kind of boned, because energy is the all-important thing in this game. Energy mainly is derived from uranium, so you have to mine uranium, refine it, and then stick it in your reactors so you can power your ships, power your stations, and then also keep yourself powered as well. There's no sort of bodily functions that you have to take care of. You just have to be mindful of health and energy. If you run out of energy, your suit runs out of oxygen as well, so you die, and if you run out of health, then you also die. And then you can respawn at medical stations, and you can also replenish your energy at medical stations as well. So sorry, just waiting for it to load. So yeah, the start I've gone for, it's a fairly risky start, I suppose. I just start in a simple recovery ship, which is one of the pre-made ships that they can give you. There's no platforms, no bases or anything. I just basically have to find somewhere to plonk myself down and then go nuts. So survey my surroundings. I'm in a newly generated asteroid field. Should have about 7 large asteroids with some satellite ones as well. So let's see what we can do. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, I've got proper energy usage now. So my power usage is currently at 44.92% of total, and even further down you can see that if I keep going at this sort of percentage, I will last a grand total of 5 minutes. So I basically have to find somewhere quick. That isn't the half of it, because not only do I have to find somewhere quick, I have to find somewhere and still have enough energy left to actually do the refining process. Just trying to see if there's a better asteroids. It's a shame the last save didn't turn out so well. I had a much better start there, but never mind. That seems to be the kind of center asteroid of this cluster. Hopefully it will have the resources I need. Yeah, you can see the texture sort of popping in there as we get closer. Again, everything's going to be probably a bit muddier and less sort of high res, because to turn them down to make the stream better, and looking over it still seems to be struggling a little bit, so again, apologies for that. Let's just turn all the reactors off for the moment. Go have a look around. Oh, hang on. I've got to turn the reactor back on for a second so I can open the door. There we go. Oh, open. Reactor off. There we go. Yeah, now that I'm... Come on. This is annoying. To be stuck inside my own ship. Oh god, there's some really bad textures there. And here as well. I guess, is this really what it looks like on medium? It's terrible. I don't think the door's open properly, that's why. Yeah, there we go. Alright, where was I? Yeah, so now that I am under my own power now, you can see in the bottom left it's got my personal stats. So health, various modifiers, my mass. Cut back on all the food I'm eating. And then energy, so that's going to go down basically at a constant rate because I'm using my jetpack and sort of oxygen constantly. So there's going to be no respite there. And like I mentioned before, I refill that at a really need some uranium. Doesn't be around. Yeah, those asteroids. Yeah. Let's probably concentrate on finding some uranium as a matter of urgency. Is that some uranium? No, that's just stone. Ah, there's some uranium there. Excellent. It's basically straight on in relation to the ship, right? So, now that I found where I want to mine, I'm going to do something which will make mining easier. Something I found in the sort of survival update, well, even in creative mode as well. Mining is a little bit fiddly because turn all reactors on. Because basically, all the little bits of rock and everything go flying everywhere. So in order to do that, if I park my ship close, and my ship has a gravity generator built in, so oh. Turn autosave off. Apologies for that. So because it has a gravity generator built in, which is this thing here, I can adjust the field so that it will catch anything that tries to run away. Conversely, I'm going to have to turn a lot of other stuff off because I don't want to run out of power. Turn the refinery off as well. Turn all these thrusters off. Because leaving them on also drains power. A much slower rate because they're only just kind of maintaining your ship's constant position, but still drain power, and I'm going to need all the power I can for the refinery so that it can refine the ores I'm grabbing. Just top up whilst I'm here. Accidentally kill myself, wonderful. Alright, so quick note, because I kill myself, I instantly respawn at the nearest Megalor station, which is this one. So well done, Joe. Where was I? Right, so there's some uranium around here somewhere. Platinum, there we go, uranium. Any more? Here as well. you are. As you can see, the little rocks are being trapped at the bottom here instead of floating away. Although, probably could have set that up a bit better because I still have to go search for them, but at least I know they're not rolling around anywhere. But never mind. There's some more uranium here as well. Spot. Okay, you can see the rock I'm digging into has changed colour now, which indicates that I found the uranium. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, again, apologies for the muddy textures. It looks a lot better on the higher settings, but stream can barely handle things as it is. So, just gonna have to make do. Right, you can see in the bottom left there's a red thing that's just popped up, and that's basically my inventory filling up. I've got to orientate myself. Because things are set to realistic, my inventory is to a limited size because naturally I'm a small man in the depths of space. There's only so much I can actually carry. That's not actually going to do any refining yet because I still want to mine some more. Once I've shown you a little bit more, I will show you the mining process. Pick you up. Iron is also a key ingredient in basically everything. It's found in many elements of space engineer construction. Just go a bit bonkers and mine some stuff. As you can see, it started to turn back to normal colour now, which would indicate I've found the end of the uranium vein, so I've got to start digging around it now. That's just normal stone. It's kind of confusing because platinum, which is something else you can mine, is basically the same texture and colour as the stone rock, so it gets a bit confusing after a while. Trapped. Lots of uranium. Bear with me whilst it saves. So yeah, in a minute I will show you the refining. Yeah, oh, inventory's full, right. So we'll dump these in the refinery, and then I'll turn the refinery on, and we will show you some of the refining shenanigans, and I'll see if I can build something as well. See what effect that's having on the power. So our current power usage, which is only 11.2%, I can last for a grand total of 14 minutes. So it's a good thing I found some of that uranium. It's a bit of a harsh start, I think, but you know, this is still early access. Still early days. I'll probably tweak things before release. So I was basically just going to refine away until it's done. So we will come back in a bit. Uranium. Obviously the refinery will process different things at different rates. The stone I've collected will be processed into gravel, and that's done relatively quickly. I'm not really sure how fast the uranium goes. In a previous update it would refine in real time whilst you had the interface open, but it doesn't seem to do that anymore, so I don't really know whether that's a setting I need to alter back or whether that's just how it is now, but it's a shame I can't watch it go in real time. So yeah, I'm not really sure how fast the uranium will be processed, but iron can take a while as well. In a way, I can see in the survival mode being better for the kind of creative element, because you don't just have a blank canvas and you can do whatever you want with unlimited resources. You have to properly plan out what you're going to do and get the resources for them, which, as you can see, even just this simple process of getting some basic resources for power and all that is it's taken a while. How long have I been at this? 18 minutes already, and I haven't actually done anything, so that's good. Means you have to plan out how you're going to spend your time a lot better. Of course, the dream is to build a big ship, or at least no, not a big ship, it's a small ship. Sorry, the dream is to build a small ship and then attach a drilling arm to it, because the drilling arm collects mined resources automatically, so I don't have to faff around chasing them down and picking them up. Still chugging away at that uranium. piece of gold go? Yeah, be careful, otherwise bits will just go flying in. Oh. You just hate it when you forget to put on auto save. I still need to refine the process slightly. Despite the fact that they're not flying out in space, they're still flying all the way around this wrong button. To be honest, I think I'm doing this wrong. Like, someone did give me a tip on what to do to stop the stuff flying everywhere, but I think I'm supposed to invert the field so that it sticks to the hull of my ship, perhaps. Crater to reside in, and they won't go far. Mining some gold now because it'll be useful in the creation of solar panels, which is something which has just been updated into the game. It was added yesterday or the day before. It requires gold and silicon and platinum. I saw some a silicon indicator somewhere, but I haven't seen platinum yet. Yeah, solar panels. I'm not sure how efficient they're they are at generating power. Obviously, they need to be able to see the sun. But it should remove my need for uranium to some extent, which is important. Put this stuff in the cargo container because the refinery's doing a lot at the moment. Magnesium here somewhere. I'll show you the production interface in a minute actually, even though I might not have anything ready, but the text is looking very muddy, as you can see, because I've got the settings on lower. So this is all the things that you can currently produce, and all these things are components for the blocks you see. So if I bring up the computer module, like say if I wanted to put down a computer there, as you can see on the right, what I need is 10 display components, 100 computer components, 2 motors, 20 construction components, and then 20 interior plates. Now I think at a base I need the construction components to place the cockpit, and then I can gather all the materials and then sort of assemble it as I go along, with just the kind of shell there, and then you build it on from there. So displays, computers, monitors, all that. If we go back into the we'll go to the assembler itself. These are all the components that you'll need to build the other blocks, and these components require the refined materials that we're mining now. So if I wanted to build, if I wanted to build some construction components, which I need the basic of in order just to place blocks, as far as I know, I need 3 units of refined iron ingots. For the computer, where's the display? Display. So for displays, I need iron ingots, some silicon wafers, and then some gold ingots. Same goes for the computer components, which is just silicon wafers and gold ingots, metal grids, large steel tubes, solar cells, which is what I need to build solar panels, which is something I'm going to be doing soon, hopefully. Gold ingots, silicon wafers, and then platinum ingots. So as you can see, they're starting to pull together a fairly robust kind of construction system for the survival mode in this game. As you can tell, the game gives you some hints. So with the hand drill equipped, you get some basic sensor technology, which means you can see what's what. I mean, obviously you can see the discoloured rock on the surface, which is easy. So I believe this blue stuff is, I don't know, this is magnesium, I believe. But obviously for stuff behind the surface, like the silver that's here, obviously you wouldn't know it's there without the kind of prospecting tools that they give you. So let's see if we can find some silicon. Silicon. Right, yeah, as you can see, there's no gravity here, so rocket's just flying out into the world. Chase it down. Nope. Okay, that's not going to work. Although, actually, yeah. That worked, although I think it might have just destroyed itself. Oh no, is that it? That's just stone. So, yeah, if I'm going to mine that area properly for the silicon, I'm basically just going to have to move my ship over in this direction so that the rocks are caught at the bottom here. So I will come back to that another time. It's still plugging away. Probably just top up the reactor whilst I'm here. What's it on at the moment? It's basically on 3 minutes left of operating time, so I can only keep refining another 3 minutes. So let's stone here. So now I've got this refined uranium, I go into the inventory of the small reactor itself, get the uranium, and voila! So hopefully I've gone from 3 minutes to 3 hours, yay! So my thing can refine for 3 hours. No longer need to worry about everything. So of course now the only problem is I've got to wait for the refinery to finish processing everything. It's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Next step for me is to build a space station. So for that I'm going to need a lot of iron, which I will get to in a mo. Oh yes, I found it's uranium deposits attached to iron deposits, so I'm getting a bit of both now. Got to be careful not to mine too much at once because there is a limit to how many objects can be at the screen at the same time. Set to about 300, but you know, you never know these things. Didn't realise this before, but these bits on the back are unfinished ship components by the looks of things. So if I wanted, I could finish them. Might be something actually I can show you. Give me a moment. Right, so for that I'm going to need that's a hand drill, that's the grinder, that's the welder. Right, so welders put things together, basically grinders take things apart. And then obviously the hand drills. So the welder, I go up to this. Here we go. Yep, a light armor block. It's currently at 16%. What I basically need to get it all up to the 100 is an extra 15 steel plates for the base, and then some 5 steel plates for the top. So if we go to the assembler, we'll probably need to turn it on. Assembler. I need the refinery to stop refining uranium for the moment and just do the iron. Some more iron to churn out. Seems to be on already. Got some iron in there. Let's go to the assembler and make some steel plates. So, go to production. Steel plates needs 7.33 bits of iron ingots, and I have 79. So, additional noises hopefully mean, yeah, there we go. Well, that was quick. So I now have 10 steel plates and I can start repairing one of these armor blocks. So let's do this one here. So it's very simple. All I do, I go up. Boom, done. What do I have left? Right, so now I'm out of steel plates, but you can see how that process works basically. Wow, it's done all the iron already. It does work fast. Yeah, so it refines things at different rates, so I was wrong. Iron actually refines pretty quickly. Plaque 7. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the stream from where I am, and it does seem a bit stuttery. I tried turning the settings down. There's not a lot I can do about it for the moment, so I apologise. I will look into the settings that I've got going for the next stream and hopefully it will run a lot smoother, but from past experience the playback will be fine, so if you want to just watch this again on playback it should be alright. So let's go to right, go to production, more steel plates. So yeah, once again, to anyone watching the stream at the moment, yeah, it's a bit laggy. I apologise for that. I tried to deal with it just by turning the settings down, but it doesn't appear to be working. So I don't really know what to do on that score. So I will look into the settings for the next stream, and hopefully it will be a smoother experience. So. Again, once again, apologies. I will probably keep this one short. Once I've finished showing off some of the construction elements, I will just call it a day there, so I can look into the stream, look into the stream settings. So I've got 30 brand new steel plates. So So yeah, once to recap what I was touching on earlier, once you have some of the basic construction components like the little toolboxes, the construction components, you can put down the base chassis, I believe, of various blocks. So this is what it would look like once you put it down, and then, say, looking at it, you can, I suppose light armor blocks are different because it doesn't require construction components, it just requires steel plates, but yes, as you can see, once it's down, you just need the rest of the materials to finish it, and you use the welder, and then it's a simple process of welding. So yeah, I've run out of steel plates, so I need to go make more, but just as a, can't take my, right, so just have to follow me on this one. So as you can see in the bottom right hand corner where it has the light armor block stats, there's a red line. Now according to the developers at the moment, the red line determines whether a block is still useful or not. So if it's below the red line, it's considered to be, well, dud, it can't really be used for the purpose. But above that red line, even if it's not full, it's still considered to be useful, it's just not as useful. So in terms of maintenance, what you're looking to do is always keep all your components above the thin red line. Obviously it's going to be a bit tough because the thin red lines are quite high, but you know, you just got to keep lots of materials lying around. So yeah, so I'm watching the stream. It's it's struggling a bit, so I'm going to have to call it a day for the moment so I can look into this. Thank you very much for watching. So one thing that's worth noting is that I'm actually going to have to go turn everything off because save. I'm going to have to go turn everything off because apparently the kind of game world on some level keeps working even whilst you're logged off, so the refiner will keep on refining, etc., and that will obviously drain the power, and obviously we don't want that. So right, just turned off. See how it's affected the rocks. Still staying there. I guess because they've already settled, it's not much of an issue. But yes, we will call it a day there. I apologise for the quality of the stream, but I will make sure I fix it for next time. You've been watching Digital Tantric. See you next time.